Video 2. You are going to start with pencil so that if you make mistakes, you could erase it and redo it. The next thing is that instead of having labeled all of the items that I am asking you to label, which is going to be a lot because we're going to have a lot of suburbs, we're going to have a lot of cities, and then we're going to have a lot of actual like features throughout Houston, like University of Houston, Rice University, the Toyota Center. Actually, I don't think that made the list. But there are going to just be like important features in Houston that you should just know. And so there's going to be a lot. In order to keep the map, if I were to write down right here, Summer Creek High School, it's going to end up flooding the map. It's going to look very busy. It's going to look chaotic. It's going to be really hard to be able to easily read it and understand it. And the whole point to maps, right, is, we don't want to overwhelm the person who's looking at them because then they won't use it. And that defeats the whole purpose. So we are going to be using an index with all of these shortcuts. So Summer Creek High School is going to be known as 4A. Galveston is going to be known as 3J. Okay. Your labels must include the outline index. Remember to use total, title, orientation, date, author, and legend. These are all of the things that you are going to use to build your map. Look at it. Take a deep breath. I am an adult, and looking at this got me like, oh my gosh, this is so much. It's going to be so hard, but it's not, okay? I need you to break this down. What you need to worry about is category 1. Once you have category 1, this is going to be the backbone. This is going to be your skeleton. And then you're going to just add all of the other stuff, and it's going to be the details, okay? If you get your highways and your freeways on the map and you do those good, then everything else is just going to fall into place, okay? It looks like a lot, but I need you to put your hand over it and only focus on category 1. And look, if all what you do is worry about this, and this is probably going to be the hardest, most time-consuming part of the project, you are going to do it correctly. And once you have it, guys, where's Summer Creek? It's the closest street, biggest highway is going to be Beltway 8. So this is going to be Beltway 8. Beltway 8 on your printer paper, you should be using printer paper, should be as big as your hand. Okay, if you make it smaller than that, then everything else is going to be too cramped and it's going to be kind of hard to place it. So Beltway 8, and my hands are fairly small. I'm a short person, so if you have like gigantor hands, then kind of keep that in mind. Okay, it should be as big as your hand, Beltway 8. And that's what this says right here. So I just need to find Beltway 8 and plop there. I'm going to put 4A because 4A means Summer Creek High School. Okay. This is the first thing that you need to worry about, and then you start adding the rest. Let's look at the rubric. This is how I'm going to grade you. Each of these categories are going to be 25 points each. If you add all of the items that you are supposed to add, okay, all of the items that you're supposed to have, you are going to, of course, make 100. However, down here we have deductions, the parts of a map. Your title, your orientation, your date, your author, your legend. Guys, you're the author, okay? And the date is this year. If you do all of these categories and you make 100, but you do not add these 5 items, then the highest grade you're going to get is a 75. So these are deductions. This is where you're earning your points. So make sure that you have it all squared away. I hope this makes sense. If this does not make sense, log into Zoom on Wednesday morning at 7:30 and we can kind of talk and we can kind of nitpick. What I need you to do today is to pull up a map and start looking at the different maps that have the roads. I want you to start with the streets, category 1. I recommend focusing on 59 and 45 because those kind of cross, and then you could kind of get your center downtown. 59 gets really close to downtown, and then you can start out from there. Okay, if you are going to use Google Maps and Map Apples, and like if you have a device, you could kind of zoom in and out. I was looking at a lot of maps yesterday with kids from face to face, and Google Maps was kind of the best. Once you have your streets, then you start looking for maps for the other stuff. Bye, guys. Have a great day.